Today's a funny question. Many of you have asked, how do I actually buy real estate and invest without owning anything? And you know what? There's a lot of reasons why people might ask that question. I think we can guess what those might be. So I said, you know what? Shoot, I'll step up to the plate. Let me share with you how I buy hundreds of properties without having any of them in my name.
'Cause we're gonna be legends. What we're doing here ain't just scary. It's about to be legendary.
Today, I'm going to share 3 acronyms with you that will help you understand how you can invest in real estate without necessarily ever having to put things in your name. First of all, when you buy a property, someone's got to be able to buy it, and the first person who becomes a person of record is the person who puts their credit up. So the first thing that I want you to write down is OPC. It stands for Other People's Credit. When I buy real estate, I never use my own credit. I'm always using someone else's credit. And I'm doing that not so much because I don't want to be listed as a person associated with the property. It's because banks will only let you do so many homes. And you can imagine, I've done a lot of homes. And so that means that the banks have restrictions on what they will or will not allow me to do. So I get creative. And one of the ways that I get creative is that I borrow people's credit and I pay them for it. It's like, you got great credit, let me deposit a couple grand in your bank account, hold the property for a few years, pay you a few $1,000s more when we're done, and everyone's happy and walks away. So if you want to buy real estate without having in your name, number 1, OPC, Other People's Credit. If you want to buy real estate, the next thing is you're going to need this other thing called OPM, Other People's Money. And Other People's Money basically means if you're finding the deal or bringing it to the table, or maybe I'm mentoring you and I'm letting you tap into my best nationwide deals, you can go out there to other people that have money and pair them up with my deals, and boom, now you're buying real estate that way. So OPM means that you're now using someone else's credit, but now you're using someone else's money. And the last and probably the most important thing that I want you to be aware of, LLC. That stands for a Limited Liability Corporation. That's the name of the entity that lawyers prefer in general when it comes to actually housing your real estate. And with a limited liability company, now I could call it Kris Krohn LLC, but that defeats the purpose. I'm putting my name out there. I could also call it Blue Sky LLC, or I could call it Purple Cow LLC, or I could call it Caramel Popcorn LLC. I mean, the reality is I can call my business whatever I want, and I can even have my entity owned by another one of my entities so that my name is not on it. I could have my spouse's name on it. So if a person wanted to buy real estate but didn't want to really have their name tied to it, there are certainly ways of doing that. Now here's why this is important. When we go to buy a property, check it out. If you're going to put a down payment of someone else's money, let's say that they're putting down a 20% down payment, and then someone else, maybe because it can be a different person, is using their credit to buy the house. After that home gets purchased, you can quit claim it into the LLC, which means that when someone looks up who owns that house, it says Blue Sky Mountain. And the only way they can know who owns Blue Sky Mountain is if they start looking that up. And what it can do is create a layer of protection for you. If you want to know how to buy real estate without having it in your name, it's a combination of OPC, OPM, LLC, and with those 3 acronyms, my friend, that helps you get started on the game of real estate. Now for real though, why would someone be interested in not having their name out there? One of my clients that I'm in partnership with is a doctor. And right now he's got a lot of liability like doctors do. He's got his errors and omissions as medical insurance. But in the event that he were to ever have personal problem with a medical error, someone could sue him personally. So he says, Kris, I don't want to have my name attached to the real estate that we're buying, but I still want to own it. And so I want you to understand there are ways of actually doing that. And that's what we've just shared with you today. Thanks for watching this video. I hope it was useful for you. If you're ready to get started in real estate and you're ready to tackle it, and you want to start at the highest level possible, the highest ROIs, or maybe you want to step into turnkey real estate, I provide all of that. All you got to do is click the link below, get your hands on a free copy of my book, talk to my team, and boom, we'll be off to the races helping you crush it in real estate.